Hey yo, how's it going everyone? It's me, it's Jinsula. I hope you're having a good day and welcome to today's Pokemon Go video. Alright, so today we're going to be talking about the next community day happening in Pokemon Go, and I'm really excited about this one because I personally feel like this Pokemon is actually going to be worth it. Mainly because it's a rare shiny, but also because it is going to be getting a really good community day move that is actually worth investing into. So, what Pokemon is going to be the highlighted Pokemon for July Community Day? It's going to be none other than TYNAMO. Now, I know what you're immediately thinking. This is a Pokemon that doesn't often get spotlighted when it comes to Pokemon Go's PvP or PvE scenes, but it is actually a pretty decent Pokemon, and I do predict that it is actually going to make some big waves within the Go Battle League once it receives its Community Day move. July Community Day is going to be on Sunday, July 21st at 2 o'clock p.m. to 5 o'clock p.m. local time, and the featured Pokemon is going to be none other than TYNAMO. Now, considering that this is a community day, that means there's going to be a whole bunch of TYNAMO spawns all around, and they're going to have a boosted shiny rate. When you evolve TYNAMO fully until Electros, it's going to get the move Volt Switch. This is a pretty big one because Volt Switch is one of the best electric type fast attacks in the game, and it's going to elevate this Pokemon into relevance. I really do think that this is going to be a community day that's not worth skipping because when it comes to PvP, you need a whole variety of good Pokemon in order to progress within the Great League, and Electros with Volt Switch might actually be one of those Pokemon that you could use. Now, during this community day, there's going to be a $1 special research story that will be available in the Pokeshop, and as I've always said, this is actually worth it if you are someone who spends money, mainly because you get a bunch of community day Pokemon as spawns, and that means you can get yourself high IV shinies. And then on top of that, you get yourself a bunch of premium items that is well worth more than $1 USD, so I do think that these tickets are worth it. I always say that if you're going to be spending money, the one thing you should always buy are the community day tickets. It doesn't require a lot for you to complete them, and you get a whole bunch more for what you are paying. Now, during this community day, you're going to see the following event bonuses. You're going to have a quarter hatch distance bonus for eggs that you place in incubators during the event, and then you're going to get 2 times the amount of candy for catching Pokemon. Also, trainers level 31 and above are going to get double the chance at receiving Candy XL when they catch Pokemon. And then, lure modules are going to last for 3 hours, same with incense, excluding the daily adventure incense. You're also going to get additional TYNAMO spawns when you take snapshots during this community day, and you're going to get 1 additional special trade during that day for a maximum of 3. And then, you're going to have 50% less Stardust for all of your trades. Unfortunately, this is going to be one of those community days that's not going to feature a triple Stardust bonus, so I don't necessarily know if a lot of players will actually care about this one. It's really just the Pokemon and the move Volt Switch that's going to be the highlight, but if you're someone who does not care about PvP, then maybe this community day is not going to be for you. That's kind of unfortunate because typically with community days, Niantic offers up at least a really good bonus so that if you do not care about the Pokemon, you still get something out of it. But unfortunately this time around, it's mainly going to be about the move and not necessarily the event bonuses. Now, after the conclusion of the Community Day hours, we are of course going to be getting the bonus raid battles that are going to be featuring 4-star Pokemon, and when you defeat them, you're going to get additional TYNAMO spawns. This is going to be from 5 o'clock p.m. to 10 o'clock p.m. local time, and if you miss out on the original Community Day hours, this will be your chance at getting a shiny TYNAMO. Something you do need to keep in mind is that these raids are typically a lot more difficult than usual, and they are very difficult for you to solo. So make sure you buddy up with some friends if you want to take down these raids, because they're going to allow you to get additional community day spawns. And then finally, there's going to be a timed research during this event that's going to award you with Anuva Stones, and that's important because you do need this item in order to evolve your TYNAMOs all the way to Electros. There's also going to be field research tasks that's going to award you with Stardust, Great Balls, and additional encounters with TYNAMO. And again, this is a great way for you to pick up high IV shinies. And then of course, there's going to be Pokestop showcases themed around TYNAMO. And if you have yourself any XXL versions of this Pokemon, then make sure you save them because you will want to get the highest ranks for these Pokestop showcases so that you can get the best rewards. So yeah, there you go. This is all the details for the next community day. Now, what are my personal thoughts regarding it? Well, I've already kind of shared them. I think this is going to be an exciting one, and it's one that I plan to not skip. The reason for that is because it's been a while since we've gotten a Pokemon with a really good community day move, and I really do think that Volt Switch is going to be just that. I really do not know if this is going to elevate Electros to the top tier, but at the very least, it's going to be an upgrade. And that is a breath of fresh air because for the last couple of community days, aside from the starter Pokemon, I feel like the community moves haven't really been that substantial. Like last time with Goomy Community Day, I really felt disappointed because Thunder Punch was not a good move for Goodra. In fact, it was actually a downgrade for that Pokemon. So I do plan to go all out for this community day. I think it's actually one worthwhile. But I will recognize that if you are someone who does not care about PvP, this is probably going to be a skippable community day. And that's quite unfortunate because, like I said, at least Niantic offers up good bonuses during these sort of very niche community days, but it looks like this time around they're not going to be doing that. At the very least, maybe you can get yourself additional candies and Candy XL for any Pokemon that you have saved up as field research rewards. But aside from that, yeah, there's really not much else to it. This is going to be a very PvP-centric community day, and I know that's going to disappoint quite a lot of trainers. Maybe they will make it up for it by giving us Metagross Community Day during the same month. I really do not know, but that is a Community Day classic that a lot of players have been asking for, and maybe Niantic will relent. But I really do not know if that is the direction that they're going to go. I think Beldum Community Day Classic is going to draw a lot of hype, and I hope they end up doing it really soon because, yeah, this is going to be a pretty good community day, but specifically for just PvPers. But in any case, yeah, that's going to be it for this video. Let me know your thoughts regarding TYNAMO Community Day down below. Is this one that you plan to skip, or are you going to go all out? Let me know why in the comments, and let's have a great discussion around it. And thank you so much for making it all the way to the end of this video. If you ended up enjoying it and found it to be insightful and helpful, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe if it's your first time here. And don't forget that notification bell so you can stay up to date on whenever I upload videos. And real quick, I want to give a shout out to all of my patrons on Patreon. You make this channel content possible. If you want to support the content of the channel, make sure you go and check out my Patreon, because if you become a paid Patreon member, like the names that you see on the bottom of your screen, I will add you to my Pokemon Go friends list. That means for remote raids and the friendship system, if you want to play Pokemon Go with me, then make sure you go and check out my Patreon. And if you want to support my channel and interact with me in a different way, you could do so by following me on social media. My handle is @Jinsula. I'm on the platforms that you see on screen. Make sure you go over there and give me a follow. And that's going to be it for this video. I'm Jinsula. Be safe, have fun, love yourself, and I'll catch you all later.